McKenzie Pavacich here inside T-Mobile Arena, joined by Jack Della Maddalena after yet another victory inside the octagon. Jack, what was that performance like out there in front of that crowd?
It was a lot of fun, you know. Kevin obviously gets the crowd pumping and makes it a fun fight, and I had a lot of fun, so it was cool.
We were just speaking about how this fight seemed to come together kind of quickly, a little out of the blue, but when you got the call to fight Kevin Holland, what was the initial thought?
I was super excited. I watched him fight Chiesa, and I thought I had like a feeling that'd be my next fight, and then sort of took a couple of weeks, but then we pulled it together. I was hoping to fight on Sydney, but they offered me Kevin a week later, and I couldn't resist.
And this is a special weekend in Las Vegas, the history of fighting sports on Mexican Independence Day. The crowd obviously is pretty wild. They were surprisingly cheering pretty loud for Kevin, though. So were you at all fazed by that, or are you kind of used to it by this point?
Pretty used to it, you know. I thought Kevin's a bit of a fan favourite, and I haven't had my time to show everyone what's up out here, so it was sort of what expected.
Did this fight go the way that you had expected, or was there anything about it that surprised you?
Not really, to be honest. I knew he was very unpredictable, so the plan was to be defensively sound and then try and find my shots, but I knew it might take a few rounds, but yeah, I was happy to get another 3 rounds in.
I think we both heard you both go back to your corner and say after the first round that it felt a little slow, but did you know that you both threw about 100 strikes each? Did you realize that?
No, I didn't. For some reason I felt like it was a slow pace, but that's a pretty big output.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
And of course, you guys were talking to each other. What were some of the things that Kevin was saying? We don't usually see you talk in your fight, so I'm curious to know what it is.
I can't really remember what he was saying now, but he said a few times it's a good fight, and I said, yeah. I asked him to stop. He kept stomping my knee, so I asked him to stop. That was about it.
Did he stop?
He did, actually.
Oh, wow. A gentleman.
I got him back once, and then that was it.
Is it weird, or a different dynamic, I imagine, to be fighting someone, talking to them, getting feedback from them? Does that change the mentality of the fight at all?
It was obviously it was something that I was expecting, and the plan was to not get involved in it, but he drawed me into it, so...
It looked like you were having a little fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. I'm looking forward to watch it back, and maybe I'll remember some things that he said.
Well, with this win, you tie Ian Garry for the longest win streak in the division with 6, if I'm not mistaken. When you think of you and Ian Garry as the leaders in the division, what sort of message does that send to the rest of the fighters that are waiting?
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, he's obviously doing his thing, and I have no doubt we'll fight one day. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to keep climbing, keep fighting, stay consistent, sort of take something from Kevin's book and just fight consistently.
And for the rest of the welterweights that might have been watching tonight, what's the one thing that you hope they learned?
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully they will learn their lesson eventually.
Wants to keep it a secret? We love it. When can we expect to see you back?
Before the end of the year, definitely.
Okay. I mean, it's a long flight from Perth to get over to this side of the world. I'm trying to think maybe Abu Dhabi's a little bit closer.
Yeah, it is. I like Vegas. I like New York would be cool. So who knows? See what happens.
Well, I'm sure you'll just pop up in one of those places and we'll have another interview.
For sure.
Yeah, congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you.